Hey guys, we are live again. We are having technical difficulty tonight with our internet, so sorry about that, but we're back. Hopefully tonight's topic won't be missed. Hey mom, hopefully you can see us now. Hey Julia, welcome back. We had some technical difficulties. Thank you mom for letting us know. So we went off and came back on, so hopefully you guys can see us. So tonight's topic is hey Sonia. Tonight's topic is the purpose your purpose of marriage, because so many people get married for money, so many people get married for companionship, because the Bible said that's the number one. The Bible said you can't fornicate, so I don't want to fornicate. I'm just going to have... Thank you, Mom, for letting me know we're no longer frozen. I appreciate that. I'm not going to fornicate no more. I'm just going to marry this person so I can have sex and not go to hell. And we real on here. Y'all know that. So we're going to keep it real. And then you got others that get married for love. You got others that get married for... Did I say companionship already? Go ahead, Dre. Give us some.
So they say some of the reasons are... It's not good for a man to be alone, man or woman, especially if we cannot live a life free of fornication, which is what Ronnie said. Two heads are better than one. It provides companionship, a support system, one to love and be loved. Two incomes are better than one. All right? It has been a blessing to have the financial support and partnership after having led an independent lifestyle. With the world on my shoulders alone for so many years, so it seems like this another one just didn't want to be alone.
Dre's not preoccupied. He's reading other people's opinions on him.
So I don't have to pay bills alone or cook. So it seems like a lot of people... to love and cherish you, to partner through life with you through the good times and bad, to provide emotional support when needed, and receive it in return, and most important, to worship God with you and serve where we are needed. Lord, I thank you for my husband. Please continue. But okay, so these are just some topics that people were stating, was answering that question, like why they got married. So it just brought me to... That was a good topic. Like, why do people get married? Some people, it's because of a time clock. Or, you know what?
I'm getting old.
I need to hurry up. I don't want to die alone. And that. So what are some of your reasons? What is my reason?
You know it was coming. Dre's asking what y'all reasons are. I'm like, what's yours? And don't say because you're getting old.
I ain't getting old.
My bad. So, why did you guys get married? Was it because you needed money? You didn't think you were going to be able to survive? Were you in love with the person? Did you find love for the first time? You know, what were your reasons? Last night, we had a very interesting conversation with my auntie, who came over last night, and she was reminding us how back in the day, women stayed with their partner for so long because they didn't have any other means of taking care of themselves. The guys were able to work and women weren't able to work at that time, not for a very long time. And so a lot of women just stayed in place because they needed to be there. They didn't have any other means. Where were they going to raise their children? What were they going to do? So they stayed through a lot of stuff. Another good point that she brought up is that, see, I lost my thought.
I don't know what your thought was.
About not being with a person just because of what they are externally. So Dre is a chef. I'm a singer, and we can't get wrapped up in, Chef Dre. Got to get acquainted with what he likes to do outside of cooking and what I like to do outside of singing. Now, of course, both of us said the same thing. Ain't nothing else. That's what we like. That's what we do. Well, what do you like to do outside of singing, Ronnie? Singing.
So
you got to know.
it's one of them things like the blessing of it all is to always be able to work as something that you love, and so happen we do. So outside of me actually physically cooking, I still like to be around culinary things. So, but
food.
To touch on that,
All food.
yeah, to touch on what her aunt was saying, anything about the past. Marriage, at one point, it was. Some people look at marriage as a business arrangement.
Well, isn't it technically a business arrangement?
That depends on how you look at it.
You're like two people that have to work together to build your life. I think that's a business. You gotta do your finances together. You have to make sure that everything runs smoothly together, and you're kind of like business partners, right?
Yeah, but with the catch. I mean, it depends on how it's looked upon. So back in the day, I heard like the guy would bring something called like a diary. I think it's called a diary. They bring a gift to the other house.
Oh yeah, diary.
Yeah, and like for instance, the fat hog. So this nice plump hog, whatever. You bring it to the family as a gift offering or love offering, whatever, for that person's daughter or whoever, to get married. And it was more or less that family would say yes, go marry this person because we know he'll take care of you, and our families can connect and we can grow. Right?
Sonya said to the family, yeah, like it's an offering to the family.
Yeah. And so it becomes a business, even now we going back to the whole slavery thing.
Wait a minute, my mom said no. First of all, take off the Dallas shirt, and second of all, no, it's not a business. Sonya says most women were considered property.
Exactly.
That makes sense because they're giving something to get something back. So like you're basically technically paying for your wife.
And then let's go back again. I'm going back in history. So if you have X amount of land, right?
Yeah.
That was profit, right? So guess what? I have a young daughter. I can marry into you. That way we become one. And guess what? I can share that land and grow and help the family also. So like Rhonda says, so some things can be looked upon as a business. Now, with that said, where's the love in it?
Where is the love? And also, Sonya says, what would that man bring to the opposite side of the family? That's a good question.
What you mean back in there?
Once he offers, once he gives his offering, here's this now. You can take my daughter,
right? And
I get to take all your land.
No. So I'm just saying, from my understanding, it was like I said, it was an offering, it was a diary. So I'm giving you the first picking of my crops, or the fattest hog I have, or because. So
if he gives that to a king for his daughter, I'm just and that daughter gets to marry him, and that's all he had. This guy technically inherits all of the stuff that her family has, even though they don't bring anything to the table.
Right. Well, we coming from a royal standpoint, of course, it'd be different because it's royalty and it's royalty. So, of course, back then they did the same thing. This kingdom will have their daughter marry the prince of this kingdom because they want the kingdoms to unite,
merge, like on
to be
Aladdin.
greater. Yeah, but I'm speaking back in our time. I'm going back to like slavery.
In some cultures, the parents decide who the daughter will marry, regardless of the fact they have never met. So,
yes, arranged marriages.
Arranged marriages. My youngest daughter, her daycare that she grew up in, they were an arranged marriage, and the wife would always be like, "Oh, I can't stand him," and it would. And one day I just asked her, I'm like, is everything okay? Because you always seem to be so mad at your husband. And she said, girl, this was an arranged marriage. Our families came together. They already said we had to be together. But guess what? They don't divorce. They stay married. They have kids. They raise those kids. And they do not divorce. They believe in that arranged marriage. This is what we were told to do. We had to do. And this is what it's going to be. Whether I like him or not. So... It's an interesting.
Yeah.
So that is one reason why people get married, arranged marriages.
Yeah. But so do you look at it
game
as a business? Like now we're speaking historically. how things we've heard how it was done, arranged marriages, dowries, things of that nature, come forth. Do some people look at that? Do some women marry up? You know, do some families encourage their daughters to wed up? You know, you've seen situations where a young lady may be into this guy, but the family really prefer this guy because they feel that he's well off, because they worried about, okay, we know our daughter will be taken care of here more than they would here. So it becomes, like Ronnie said, a business arrangement in a such. So with that said, some people are cool, but some people do look at their relationships like there's a business. We pay our bills, like Ronnie's, all this stuff. So where's the love? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we go, because I want this house. I know I can't get this house by myself. Let me get with someone to help me. Why get married? Just become business. Write it out on paper.
Marry for money, as I've heard it. Yeah, that's what people do. They marry for money. They marry for status.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
There are women out there that do that for a profession, okay? They go looking around for basketball players or things like that so that they can get up with and one day eventually be that wife, that basketball wife. And again, that will tie right back into money. You know, because I need that status so that I can have that money.
Yep.
Some women know what to do with it, some don't. You know, some women marry into the money and make that guy more money. Some women marry into the money and take that guy's money. So
Shaquille O'Neal's ex, Shawnee, right? I'm just going off the facts on TV. I don't know if it's true or not, whatever. But supposedly over years, Shawnee was putting money away. But it was money that he was giving her or whatever the range was, but it was still her money. Even if it was coming from his wife, whatever, he might give her X amount of dollars a month.
One of the rappers, I think he was a rapper that was locked up and they had their wedding on TV or whatever.
Gucci.
Yeah. His
she
wife,
flipped it.
She flipped his money.
Yeah. So, yeah, he put that ring as soon as he got home.
Yeah.
He left her with $2 million, came home, it's like $7 million to me or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, that was, put the ring on that thing.
Now, how many people do you know that actually married for love? I can tell you that I'm marrying for love because
I ain't got no money.
You
Jay,
don't have no money.
What's going on? I ain't got no money.
Dre,
So it got to be love.
What you mean you don't have no money? No, okay. My mom married for love. Let me tell you, okay, Diane Barnes 01. Let me let you guys know that is my mother. And I would tell you, my mom definitely married for love. She met the guy, and 2 months went by, and it was, I do. And I saw a picture on Facebook of my mom with her dress on, and they all next to each other. They had already got married. And I was like, I don't even know this dude's name, you know? But, you know, she married because she loved him and not anything else. Didn't care about what anybody had to say. None of her kids, none of that. Julia said she married for love. It's a rare thing now. Can I say that? Is it safe to say that?
I mean, we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Courthouse, Upper Marlboro.
We don't know. I mean, because no one says it. Like, so, I mean, it's crazy because you could be the one that's marrying for love and not knowing that the other person is marrying for something totally different.
Been there.
And it's crazy that would happen to people. But
how many people can say that in a relationship that you've been in, you were in that relationship completely, you know, for love? It always seems that one person loves heavier than the other or harder than the other. But you're in that relationship for love, and the other person was in it for your money, your status, you know, or something other than that. Your place to live. How many people have been in a situation where somebody was just with you so they could have a place to live? No, I married my wife for love. Yeah.
That's right, Jay. Jay, how long, Jay, y'all been married?
So,
but yeah, so you have those situations, man, and in this day and age, and I don't mean to keep on picking on millennials, but they have a different mindset than, like, I guess my generation before.
X.
Because they're strictly business. I mean, in my opinion, again, it's just my opinion. I believe that they're strictly business minded. So they're when they picking someone to be with, and like I said, they're not even looking to marry. Vonnie actually share something for me. I didn't know that people actually are getting married without getting married.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about that. It's called a civil ceremony. Have anybody heard of that? 21 years. Yes.
That's right, Jay.
That is awesome. That's awesome. That's major. So you're gonna have to come on and tell us how that worked out, how you kept those 21 years and still going, how you keep that fire. But what people are doing now is having civil ceremonies, and I mean going all out, $20,000, $50,000 ceremonies with a person that is not necessarily a certified or approved reverend or pastor. It just could be me, marrying them. There is no paperwork. They do not go to the courthouse. They do not get a marriage certificate. They just have the dress, have all of this amazing ceremony, and they say their commitment to each other. I will be with you, family, pictures, all that, and they go on with their life as together. But it is legal, but it's not legal. So their marriage is not binding, but their civil ceremony does count as they were a civilly married couple, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It's almost like, I think that law, like if you've been together X amount of years.
13 years.
Common law
marriage.
Right.
Well, that's more 13 years, but you could be together for 6 months and have a civil ceremony.
But I'm just saying, like, kind of the same thing. Like, there's no paper or document. Just, y'all been together this long?
Yeah.
Y'all married. So, I didn't know until Ronnie told me that. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But, I mean, that's crazy. But on the flip side, what she explained to me is a lot of people do that to avoid, i.e., if it's separation. Guess what? We ain't worried about nothing. No legal this. We ain't got to do nothing. You leave what you had. I leave what I had.
My age, 61, I'm married for love, companionship, to spend the rest of my life with someone who could support us, and because of our health, we need each other to care for each other.
Okay. But you didn't go in, I mean, you guys didn't go into that thinking, I need you
to take care of me.
Back about to go out. I need somebody to help me.
I need somebody to make my bath for me. You gonna draw my water and give me a massage when my back go out? Is that what y'all went into it? I don't know. Is it? No, thank you, baby. I don't know if that's how that works.
But no, it's great to have that though. Someone doesn't want to. Like I said before, I was reading some comments and people were saying that they didn't want to be alone. They're getting older. They don't want to die alone. They're tired of being alone.
But can you marry somebody and still be alone?
Yeah, heck yeah.
So why marry to not be alone? These are my questions.
It's a gamble. It's like the lottery. You gotta take that gamble because you already know how it is to be alone. So, a little bit of something to some people is better than nothing.
True.
And that's sad. But so that was the topic. Why do we marry? I know the correct answer, or everybody should say love, but like Ronnie said, it's still, the way you look at it, it's still gonna be a business.
I definitely think. My mom says no, it's not a business, but I think in some capacity it is, because you run your household. You have to work together. You have to maintain your finances together. Mm-hmm. You have to make decisions together. You have to make business deals together. No, mine worsened during the early marriage. Years, and didn't want to be alone anymore. Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
I'm not marrying for status or money or anything like that. Whatever. Mine is, I got hit in the back of the head by the Cupid dude, and here I am, Instagram Live.
And we were both like, oh. No lie, y'all. We were on a date one time, and actually, we weren't even on a date. We was
hanging out.
We was hanging out. We didn't call it nothing. We've been friends. We've hung out a lot, So, shoot, my mom and I was at Dre's house years ago, just hanging out, So we really, you can't call it a date. But we gave our little goodbye hug. All right, this was cool. Goodbye, goodbye. You know, get a hug, and it was like, whoa.
Nay, bro.
You broke. I'm not broke. First of all, I'm not broke. You might be, but I'm not.
But so that was that's kind of how it happened. And Jay, if you still on here, yeah, I mean, 21 years. I like that. I need that around me.
Ma, if I'm not broke, that means you not broke. Okay, so chill. And I ain't broke.
So yeah, that's interesting. Again, it goes back to it started out as a business arrangement, like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So we all know things just repeat itself. It may not be hardcore business like back then. Like, hey, I got a hog. Let me get your daughter. Y'all can have this hog, and it can mate it and grow and this, that, and the other. Oh, what's up, Steve? I don't know if you want to be on this one, Steve. We're talking about why do you marry? What is the reasoning for getting married? Long-standing friendship sounds better.
Does it? Long-standing friendship better than marriage?
Concerning what?
Is that better? Is that better than being marriage? Long-standing friendship versus marriage?
Or is she touching on the certificate thing?
I don't know.
You have to explain that one to me.
Explain that one. But I had a thought. I lost my thought.
So back in the day, again, I thought it was more hardcore business. Like, even when she brought up, I'm listening. So back in the day with the royalty, like Ronnie brought up Kingdom to Kingdom. We all know, okay, they was arranged because kingdoms want to take over another part. So they grew armies, money, everything to be powerful. Back in the day, I hate to use the word slavery. So back in our time, it was more about crops. You know what I'm saying, about land and things. So you merge families so we can merge the land and we can grow together. So both families can eat. So like Ronnie said, it could end up being a business. Now, not to say that people eventually do fall in love. I was talking about your relationship is a long-standing friendship. Oh, okay. I could go with that.
Yeah.
And yes, I believe it should be, Mom. It should be. So we going forward, we know things repeat itself. So it may not be I showed up at Ronnie parents' house with a hog and be like, hey, look, I'm gonna give y'all this hog. What's up with Ronnie type of thing, but. You do teach, don't you? Do you teach your kids, to make sure, as women, that you teach your kids to make sure, you with a man that can take care of you. Some parents do that, because they want their child to take care of it. Is that wrong?
My question is, do guys still do that?
What?
Do the guys still go to the parents and say, let's have a talk, I want to be with your daughter, or this is what I'm bringing to the table, I would like to marry your daughter? Or nowadays, is it more so we get married, ta-da, do guys actually take the time to, if they don't know the father, how do you go and say, hey, I would like to do this? And here's my other question. What is the purpose of asking for permission to a parent, to a father? What if they say no? Are you not going to marry them? What do? What if they say no? I don't give you permission to marry my daughter.
So now I'm touching back on history. So traditionally, you wouldn't get married. I'm far from perfect. I've had issues, demons that I had to overcome.
Man, wife, that's what I'm talking. My wife has been a blessing, and I couldn't ask for a better woman to call my wife.
I know that's right, Jay. I know that's right. Hopefully, I can say that in 20-some years, Jay.
What you mean, hopefully? See? This concludes, no, okay?
But, tradition. What I was going back, what I was saying was tradition. Ronnie was like, Jermaine, since you're still on here, did you ask permission to marry her? Did you ask permission?
And is it asking of permission, or is it a more so just saying, this is what I plan to do.
No, it's supposed to be
It's
permission.
supposed to be permission, but are guys going at it that? Dre, you talked to my father. Did you say, I would like to marry your daughter? What are your thoughts? Or did you say, I'm I'm going to propose. I just want to let you know.
I was like, me and Ronnie get married. You want to come to the wedding? Like, nah. no. But I sat down. But see, I'm cut from a different. With Jay, we cut from same cloth, same era. So certain things I'm a tradition buff. Luther asked permission from my kids and my older sister.
And I told him no. FYI. He ignored me. They married now. Y'all get that.
So that goes back to the question about what difference does it make?
What difference does it make?
I believe I asked her mom. Okay. So now I'm all right, transparent. So I proposed to someone before, right? I asked the mother because the father was there, but he wasn't really, So I asked the mom, Then the father coming back later on to ask me why didn't I ask him, and I basically told him because you wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, no disrespect to him, but I was like, well, bro, you wasn't around. I don't know how to find you. So, they still was cool with it, whatever. I guess he was just curious because again, he was looking at tradition. Traditionally, you asked the father, but that's in a traditional home. This wasn't a traditional home. So, what is the purpose? You know what I mean? Like, because traditionally, if the father says no, then it's no.
Then it's a no, yeah.
But this almost 2020. Pops can say no to blue in the face if they gonna these days they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. So if Ronnie dad would have said no to me,
but did you ask him, or did you just say,
"No,
I'm planning on proposing"?
No. We had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, in hindsight, however it came down, if he was against it, what would the outcome would have been? Like with Ronnie. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have done it. I don't want to bring, but this is me. I don't like mess, right? So if he's uncomfortable with it, I wouldn't have done it. One or two things. I would have to find out why. Is it me? You know what I'm saying? If it is, what is it that you don't feel comfortable with your daughter being with me? I'm a father. I have, two girls myself. So I would get it. Like, okay, so what it is? Because it could be something like, I need my daughter, because sometimes we want our kids in a certain situation. We want to make sure our kids can be taken care of. And I can be out there John wilding out, and he'd be like, nah, you ain't gonna take care of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I would respect that.
Right.
I would definitely would have respect that. But some people don't care. I don't care if my father say, I love him, I'm gonna get married. And go and do it. And then, I'm not saying all marriages don't work because your parents ain't.
You just stopped in mid-sentence.
My wife.
Want to know the topic?
What's the purpose?
What is the purpose
of marriage?
What is your purpose? We went over a list of purpose. Some people marry for status. Some people marry for love. Some people marry for money. Some people marry because it's an arranged marriage. Some people marry because they're lonely. Some people marry because they want somebody to take care of them. There's all kinds of reasons why people get married. So we're talking about those reasons. We're talking about how sometimes people go into it for love, and other times the other person is not necessarily in it for the love, but they may be using the other person for what they have. Mom, you're saying the Bible says be fruitful and multiply. That has nothing to do with marriage. Be fruitful and multiply is saying be fruitful in the word of God and multiply it amongst other people so that they can grow and learn the word of God. And yes, I am now a minister, so I can say that. Go look it up. It is not about having kids. For all of those who said, oh Lord, the Bible say be fruitful and multiply, let me have kids. He's talking about multiply him across the world and multiply his word as far as you can. Be fruitful in your languages, be fruitful in all that you do, and multiply that. But Dre and I were saying, we married for love. We got shot in the butt by that false guy named Cupid. And blah, 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 blah is what my mom said. We got shot in the butt. And, we actually fell in love. And, it's great that we had a friendship first to build on that foundation.
Yeah. And we also touched Jay. Let her know we also touched on like tradition. How it's like Ronnie touched on. Some people look at it as a business, right? And the example she was giving is in your household. You know, it's a business. You guys have to pay bills. And you know, James, you're a jack of all trades, so you have multiple businesses going around. Is your wife your partner in that? You know, so if that's the case, then that's a business. You know what I'm saying? So do some people approach the marriage as a business? Like this is a business partner. Now I know for me, I would. I always said I would love all in one. Business partner, lover, friend, and all in one. Some people just want a business. Some people just want a provider. Some people just want a business partner. Some people just want a roommate, because they help with the bills and things. So,
be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
You will
So,
get it.
Is there really a wrong answer in that too? Because where are you in life once you ask for these things? Because you could be through. Look, I didn't been through the marriage thing. I don't want to go through, but I know I need some help with these bills. So look. And if that's the case, I'm not even gonna say if that's wrong, right, or indifferent. But if that's the case, I think it needs to be somehow explained, that not tricked into, right? I'm just need somebody to help with these bills, right?
But you don't have to get married to do that.
I understand.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people get married,
it goes back to your thing.
Why the divorce rate is so high?
Yeah, but it goes back to what you were saying about the certificate thing.
Oh yeah, just pretending to have a marriage and not really, really, really doing it. Yeah. I think a lot of people they say, hey, like you said, I'm getting older, I want to get married, or to me that's all the way wrong. Well, can we bring you on and you discuss why you think that? Because I would love to hear.
Steve, why? What's all the way wrong?
I want to bring him on. I don't want him texting about it.
No, I don't want to bring
Do you want to come on, Steve? My baby saying no, don't do it.
I don't know which Steve, because I don't know which Steve gonna get on here, so I don't know.
Can we have a censored?
I don't know. Steve going through something right now.
But tell us what you think. Tell us why you think it's all the way wrong.
Yeah, Steve, give us your opinion.
I would love to hear the feedback.
If I bring you on here and you act a fool.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, to their thoughts, But Julia, I haven't heard her say anything. Mama, you want to come on and give your opinion? Oh, you might say something wild too. Hold on. Let's see. I'm working on it. Being together just to pay the bills.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, thank you,
that's
Steve.
Woo.
I ain't know what you can say, bro. All right, Steve. Yes. My man, Steve, I'm telling y'all, Steve can get wild sometimes. I ain't know which Steve's gonna pop up.
Being together just to pay bills is definitely all the way wrong. I think.
Yeah, I agree, Steve.
I think that's a way you can get a roommate for that.
Exactly.
Put an ad out and have somebody come in and pay half those bills, because somebody out there needs a place and somebody out there can't afford what we have. What you have by yourself.
Right.
So you don't have to get married to pay the bills together. Do some different things.
No, I agree, Steve. But but like I said, some people that's what they were saying. And again, it goes through being raised a certain way, because again, some women are raised to make sure they with someone that can take care of them. Meaning, so that particular person has to be at a certain financial status. So that's marrying up, and that goes back to what we were saying: is what are we marrying for? So is it really love? Because you've always been taught you need to be with somebody to take care of you. You need to be somebody to take care of you. So you're looking at the guy that's making X amount of dollars, or you think living a certain lifestyle. Oh, I need to be connected to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you walk around with a knot on your head and the owl black, but because you married for money, not love, and he showed you, since I got all the money, I can do what I want to do.
Mom said seniors with fixed incomes tend to get married to survive. Now, Mom, we sent you an invite to come on here and you didn't accept it, so your time is up.
Because no love is there. I agree, Steve. I agree.
It canceled itself. Why waste if no love is there?
Yeah.
Why waste your time? That's time. Yeah, that's time that you can find somebody that you actually love instead of wasting time entertaining someone just because you're trying to make it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, be patient and go and trust the process. And if you're truly looking for that,
Stop. If you don't stop talking in your face, Dre be like, and if you,
so if you I agree about wasting time, but some people got clocks in their heads, man. They be like, man, I'm 50, nah, I need to. So the first, joke come through, they snatch it up because you're 50-something years old.
And there are some people that have waited in their 80s and found love and got married, So if you wait long enough, you'll find that true love that you've been waiting for. You might have to go through a couple bad storms, but eventually you'll, one, know what it is that you don't want to deal with. Two, know what it is that you do want to deal with, what you're looking for, what you need, and what you are able to handle, and the kind of person that you want to end up being with. Seniors don't have time. Is who you can't get that time back. Hey, Monique, what's going on? Welcome. Now, that is the relationship expert herself, Miss McAllister.
Whoa.
So what we're talking about is just why people are getting married, the many reasons that people have to marry other than love, and why it's a waste of time. Steve is voicing that he feels it's definitely a waste of time to marry for money, for just because you don't want to be lonely. Anything outside of love is a waste of time. So that's what we're talking about. We definitely agree on that. If you are not marrying for love, you can. That really is the whole reason for marriage. But people have tainted it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying. All right, so we got to be careful with this, because some people think they're in love and jump into something and miss all the signs that it's not supposed to be.
Ooh, that's deep and true.
Yeah, so be mindful of that. We're not saying you get a little warm feeling this supposed to be the person. You really got to do your homework nowadays. There's some jokers and some different clothes out here, so really got to be careful.
The McAllisters, mom, they spell their name differently, but they're friends of me and Dre's. Yeah. We're McAllisters too, and I told them that when we first met.
So be mindful. But no, I'm with you, Steve, about wasting time. If you're not doing it for love, what you're doing it for, but you have to be you gotta be careful with that too, because some people also about the clock about rushing to get married because he smiled at me. This the one because he go to church, or
he's in church. I know he's a man of God.
Yeah. So you just jump in it, and then you like 2 years in, 3 years, like what in the world?
Because you start to see stuff too. Drake, you could talk about that 6 month thing. After about 6 months, you start to see things that you'll know by then. Because the person that has been hiding, the person that has been trying to sustain a relationship and be good,
their representative
is tired and left the building. Right. Okay, so after that, you're going to see who you're going to deal with, and that's who it is.
So
the biggest devil in the church. Amen. Ain't that the truth?
So I don't know. We'll know Steve. Nobody in here, I think, would know about it. Anyway, so apparently I had this 6 month cloud. I was in a relationship, but they never really went past like 6 months. I was in a long-term relationship like before, and I guess whatever came out of that triggered something that I couldn't get past 6 months after, right? It was always something, and not necessarily. I'm not even gonna say necessarily the person, or me. It just didn't go right, and it always ended around. It didn't go past 6 months, and it could. And again, I feel like it's the representative. I feel like it's the representative, right? When you first dating, it's all Gucci. You know what I'm saying? It's all yeah, baby, this, and everything is walking through the park with flowers. But until it's almost sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes I want to start a fight off the break. Just to get out the way. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of did, right, though?
Ooh, stop, right? So, and then, but, technically, yes. And here we are. So, you get in that fight early. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, this is what I used to think. But like,
doing that.
Just get it off the way. Let's get this fight from the break, and we can get through it. Then we got a good chance to last.
We didn't have a fight. There were some things that happened that occurred, and it was all kinds of like, what in the world is this? So and Dre and I, we just talked through it like grown-ups, and here we are. It is what it is. That was what it was. And so if you can get through
you ever plan to get married? It's gonna be Steve Marlon here. Let's see his answers.
Oh boy.
But so I had the 6-month thing, and it's just that I don't like to waste time, my time or another person's time. I'm not selfish. If I see this is not going anywhere, I'd rather just exit while you still have time to find who's out there for you.
Yeah.
I still have time to find who's out there for me.
And please don't hold people to try to be with you, if they don't want to. That is so funny. We don't fight. We have seriously loud conversations.
Hey, whatever works.
There's somebody out there good for Jamal.
Okay. All right, Julia.
Do you believe in somebody out there good for everybody? I think so. I think there are billions of people in the world, and there's somebody that is for you. But you have to be able to take the time, to know that you're worth waiting for that person, and that you don't have to take anything. And everybody's anything is different. Somebody may be okay with this guy who doesn't work, or this guy who has a lot of kids, or this guy. Everybody's acceptability, is that a word? Anyway,
no, but
it's different.
That is true, because there's no such thing as a perfect person.
Exactly.
Right? You're not going to find a perfect woman, and you're not going to find a perfect man. So then you have to take it upon yourself, like, what are my standards? And they can't be as high as what I need, because there's not perfect. So
I need this.
some things you're just going to have to accept. You're going to be like, you know what? Okay. He doesn't put the toilet seat down or whatever. You know what I mean? But really, that's what you're going to leave for? But everything else is right. So what are you willing to accept? You don't have to accept everything.
Right.
But you're going to have to accept something, because no one's perfect. So
let me check on my dog. Babe, we probably gonna have to hold this. Hold that. We're gonna have to hold it. I'll be back.
All right.
Sorry, y'all. The dog is crying.
So once we get past that part, to be like, okay, what can we accept? Love their perfections and imperfections. Exactly. I had to come to that, because again, my 6-month cloud thing I went through for I don't know how many years, but I knew this wasn't going any further than where it was, and I knew I wanted more, and I felt that individual might have needed more, and maybe it wasn't from me, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that, and it's like, I'd rather you go and find happiness than be miserable, with me, and it's not working. So, and it's weird, because again, we got into the situation. The way things move is so different than anything I ever been through.
Good.
So it's intriguing, it's interesting, and all the above.
Right. Love their perfections and imperfections. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, when you say I do, let's say something happens to me the day after we say I do, and I go and somebody hit me in the face with a rock and half of my face is smashed in. Dre, you gonna leave me? Like, oh, she ain't look like that yesterday when I said I do. He thinking. Y'all see that? He thinking hard too.
I don't look at outer beauty.
See?
I worry about the inside.
I know that's right. So that's why we work. Because Dre is his whole concern is how you treat people, how you are, as a person, not what you look like. So
that's the only thing I can say I might not accept. Again, we have to know what you will accept. My character is important, right? So I don't want to be connected to someone that doesn't care about a character, right? They're out here and they character all over the place. It doesn't match mine. Not saying you have to be exactly like me, but at least in a ballpark. I'm not saying you have to be as generous as me or a people person as me, but you can't be out here be totally opposite of my character, because then we're going to clash. So that means we're not.
And whatever you're doing is going to get ruined.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes back into the business thing, because again, you're trying to do things, whatever. So if I'm out here trying to grow business, whatever, and I'm connected to someone that's wild enough, it's going to affect the business, because they're going to do background checks and check me before they invest in me or deal with me. They're like, oh, you're connected to that? Or no, we don't want to be connected to that, so we can't be connected to you. So be mindful of the other person you're with. Again, marrying for love, not for business. Even if it's for business, understand. Even from a business standpoint, you know, you have to be mindful of the other person. So,
Nope, I was just saying.
So why are you getting married? Is it necessary for you at this point to be married?
Ask yourself all of those questions before you decide to take that step. Talk about it with your partner. You know, why are we getting married? And yes, we've had this conversation. We've had marriage counseling yesterday, and that went well. I think we talked her to death before she got to talk to us. Just having conversation. Because, you know,
that's what it was.
That's what it was. It was a conversation. But just know what you want. Know what you want to do. Does anybody, because we really, really like it, you guys have been giving some awesome feedback tonight. Does anybody want to come on? I know my mom said she did, and then she didn't accept the invite. So she changed her mind, like, oh, live button. But if anybody wants to come on and give their feedback, I would be happy to bring you on so that we could discuss it. Other than that, time.
Hey, is Mom still on here? I need a good laugh. Let that fool on. Yeah. But
Jamal, you're being paged.
But no, seriously though, think about it. I mean, that's just a topic. Like I said, it hit me today about that, and it took me, and it's weird because color purple is what made me come up with this. I know, right?
Among of all things.
Yeah, because of the tradition of how Mr. got what you going. You know, it was a business arrangement. You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. And I know things again repeat themselves. Are we still doing that? And I look at again how millennials think. They think business minded. Teaming up this person, what can we get? What would I get? A person told me this. A coworker told me this. He said, I deal with people based on what I can get. He was straight up honest with it. He said,
well, two people come together to what? Make
one?
Make one. Yeah. And to make things better for each other. Right?
Right, but you can look at that two ways. Or you can look at that love or whatever. But in a business, you need a business partner to make that business run. Right?
Yeah.
So again, it's all how you
look at it.
Yeah.
It's all how you look at it, guys. So that's what we had to talk about tonight. What about you guys? Does anybody have next week's topic? You know?
Yeah. Somebody give us a topic for next week.
We need a topic for next week.
Inboxes.
Anything that has been pressing or standing out with you, or just things that you like, things that make you go, you know, we want to talk about it.
Right.
That's what we do. We talk a lot, and 90% of our conversations come from conversations that we've had about something, or conversations that somebody, you know, brought to us. So
and also, guys, don't forget, we have the YouTube channel. We need you guys to go and subscribe, please.
The Dre and Ro Show.
And get your friends to go in there, subscribe. Let's get these numbers up.
Check it out. I mean, a lot of times, I know a lot of you, Julia, number one, I'm on time. I made it. You know, you don't have to rush and make it unless you want to talk with us, because we put all of our episodes on YouTube for those who miss it, because we get a lot of people that be like, oh, I missed it yesterday. And it's okay. Go check us out on YouTube and comment. Give us your feedback.
And subscribe. And when you guys on here, thumbs and hearts we love. So you can give us some love. We appreciate that too.
And feedback, negative or positive.
Right.
We're not just saying, oh, love on us and do da 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 da. We're saying, give us your honest opinion. Give us your real answers so that we can grow. We're trying to grow together. We're trying to grow in our conversations as well.
Right.
All right.
All right. Well, hey, Steve, man, I appreciate you for coming on. Jamal, my man, appreciate you coming on.
Mo, we love you. Mom,
Jermaine,
thank you as always. Marriage is to fulfill God's purpose. Love you, Mo. That's exactly what it's for.
Yes.
And we're about to do that. And y'all better believe it. We hope you have a good night. We love y'all. And we'll catch y'all next Tuesday.
All right.
Later.